Hey there guys, Editing Josh here. Just a quick word before this episode gets underway. When I was filming this, Audacity really annoyingly decided to record the audio from my webcam microphone and not my normal good microphone that I'm using now. So this episode's commentary sounds a little bit more roomy and echoey than normal. I tried to fix it as much as possible, but it is what it is. If you're new here, I promise this isn't how my videos normally sound, and if you're a returning viewer, I hope it's still as enjoyable as normal. Cheers guys, enjoy.
G'day guys, my name's Josh. You can call me GYROCOPTER, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die in Alpha 18, where I am back to do what I think is going to be a pretty special episode. I'm back in SUBMARINE Part 2 for what may be the last time for a little while. After more than 50 episodes and putting more than 150 names up on all of the walls in both the hall and the tower, I think I've kind of hit the end of the Alpha 18 testing. That's not to say that I won't come back at another time. For example, the force field I discovered very late in the Alpha 17 run, so I will come back here and do some more stuff should I need to. But for the moment, I think we've built enough bases to do us for the moment. So to kind of say goodbye for the moment, I guess, kind of put GYROCOPTER Part 2 on ice just for now. I wanted to do something a little bit special, something big and grand. It's something I've wanted to do for a little while, but couldn't quite figure out how to do it until right now. So today, I'm going to head out into the park and build myself an underwater base, a submarine base, something completely underneath the waves, in the ocean, not just in a pond, out in the sea, on the seabed, something that is completely safe from zombies, but you get to live like a mermaid under the sea. You can even have a little pet crustacean should you actually want to. So before I head out and go and build my dream underwater base, I need to head back down into the Hall of Legends. Man, the MVP tower really expanded more than I was expecting it to. I was expecting to just have one name on each panel of that board, but it kept getting expanded and expanded and expanded, and now there's a bunch of names up there. So thank you all those guys for being my MVPs, but also thank you... Oh shit, I didn't put the names on again. Hang on 1 second. Right, let's just forget that happened. Normally I prepare this a little bit more and actually go and put the names up before I start filming, but today, apparently I forgot. My gut feeling was telling me something was wrong, and turns out it was. So today, we are finally getting to thank James NS, Mason B, and Made Off the Grid. And yes, I did rehearse that name before I put it up there, because I couldn't read that on the fly if my life depended on it. So thank you, you three, and thank you everybody else I've put up on the walls, and all the people who are yet to go up on the walls. You will get your chance at some point, I'm sure. Thank you all for your wonderful support making all of this possible. So now I need to head off to Ringwood Cove, go to the ocean, go to the beach, go and slap on some slip slap slop sunscreen and my big broad brimmed hat with some corks dangling off it, and go and enjoy the sun, and then get out of the sun and go down into the ocean waves. So the idea for this actually stemmed from people saying when I built the ocean bases like that one there, but also more importantly the base I built further out into the ocean deep, people pointing out that I could just get a gyrocopter to come out and get out here. Rather than building a big bridge or anything like that, I could just take to the skies and come out here and fly out to my bases, which is a wonderful idea, but it turns out that the gyrocopter isn't only the greatest vehicle we've got to go up into the skies, it's also the best vehicle for going under the waves too. You can turn the gyrocopter into a submarine. You can still fly along at the same speed as you do up in the air. You do lose some oxygen, it's not pressurized because clearly you're not actually in a capsule, but you can move along at the same rate of knots as you do up in the sky, but under the waves. So that got me thinking, why don't I just build a base underwater? Look at that, you take out of here just like a cruise missile coming out of a nuclear submarine, burst into the skies and take off into the distance. So I want to build myself like a hangar underneath the ground. So you come in with the gyrocopter, you fly underneath the waves, hopefully not into the radiation zone, which is probably not a great idea, fly under the waves and come and like dock into this base, and then you get out of the gyrocopter, everything's fine, then you can go down into your base, and that is how you get in and out without drowning each and every time. Now interestingly with the gyrocopter, you do have to keep the power on. If you don't keep the power on, then you just kind of float. Like if I get off the power now, it should just bubble me back up to the top like a buoy. In fact, my angle's kind of good right now. There we go. As I was angling at that perfect level that I wasn't going down at all. Look at that, kind of pop back up into the top, even though you don't have the throttle on. So you do have to kind of judge a little bit. Having a big hangar door is going to be key, because I'm not that good of a pilot. I'm not that lucky that I'm going to hit that needle right on the nipples every time. So it's going to take some building, but I reckon it's going to be possible. I'm pretty excited to get it going. I just got to choose a good spot. Because I have to fly that gyrocopter into the hangar doors, I want to have a nice clean run up to get into it. I don't want to be coming down the beach like that, even though it could be kind of possible, I suppose. There's a lot of bumps and clumps and stuff on the seafloor over over there that might upset the gyrocopter, might pop me up and smack my noggin against the opening of the doors. So I think maybe coming in from the west, coming in that way along the seashore is probably the best option. And if I try and line it up with like the ocean base here, then that'll give me like a reference point on the surface that I can kind of dive down into and know that I'm on generally the right kind of angle of attack, the right kind of approach. But I'm also right on the cusp of the radiation zone here, so it's going to be kind of difficult. I'm not going to build it in God mode to start with. I'm going to like build the foundation and stuff in survival, like when God mode turned off, just to see how possible it's going to be, which means I need to think about oxygen. I haven't leveled into oxygen at all. You can spec up and get more time underwater with some skills. I don't have that, so instead I'm going to have to figure out another way to do it. Well, there's no time like the present, so let's just give this a red hot crack and come over the top of my ocean base to kind of know where the radiation zone is, and then just like pitch down, nose down straight into the waves. When I get kind of close, I'm going to bail out right about there. There we go. Oh god, I'm a little bit too far from the surface. I cannot breathe here. But what I'm going to be doing, whereabouts am I? I'm kind of close to it. So somewhere around here, I'm going to quickly try and build myself a little kind of sanctuary of oxygen that I can hopefully use to not drown immediately. So go like this. I'm just using flagstone because it's the cheapest solid block that I can get my hands on. Let's go like that all the way around. I've got 36 seconds left. Now, if all goes wrong, I can jump back in the gyrocopter and fly back up to the surface relatively quickly, much quicker than I could swim there. 30 seconds left. That's right. Don't panic just yet. Keep on going. Keep on going. Oh, what I didn't give myself, though, what I should have done before I left was give myself a door, secure wooden door, just a nice cheap one. Okay, here we go. Put some hay bales in, which are super easy to find. Not hard to find hay bales at all. Open the door, get inside, please, and then pick up those hay bales. And hopefully, sure enough, there you go, a little sanctuary of oxygen on the bottom of the sea floor. Oh, okay, so now that I have this, I can actually start working on the rest of my base. I mean, if I have someone down here that I can go and refill my lungs, all of like the kind of the challenge of building on the ocean floor is kind of rendered moot. It's like a cow's opinion, it doesn't even matter. So, look at that, you run back out here, you got a full 60 seconds to go again. What I am gonna do though, while I'm down here, that's a good park job by that actually. I did that rather well. I had no idea how that was gonna go, but it turned out pretty good in the end. Right about here should be the radiation zone, I think. In fact, let's just not really take any chances. Oh, there it is there. Uh-oh. God damn. Get out of the radiation zone. I want to build it right on the edge, which I could see if it wasn't all green. Right about there, I think is the edge. I'm going to place that block there just for future reference. I'm going to build the hangar doors first because the rest of the base doesn't actually need to be on the sea floor. It can be underneath. I can make a cave base, but the access point is under the waves, which make it safe from the zombies. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but the hangar has to be both on the sea floor and also airtight, which is going to be the main challenge. Just move my gyrocopter a bit out of the way. I hate that you can't stop that thing. The quickest way to stop the gyrocopter is just to bail out of it. That's the only way it kind of stops dead in its tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the width of the doors normally, so let's build that down to like there we go, got the support. I'm just gonna go too wide all the way around. I'm gonna use the garage doors, my favorite thing in 7 Days to Die now, the garage doors. I mean, that should be big enough for the gyrocopter. I think I'll quickly go grab mine and give it a crack once I'm not drowning anymore. Oh, there's like some glitching out with the water over there. That's also bad because all of this area that I've built this little like shack in, this is gonna be like where I fly into, so that's fine. Let's just quickly make sure, fly up to the top, and just make sure that my ocean surface isn't cooked. Yeah, nah, it's all nice and smooth. Aesthetics always matter. You always want to make sure the ocean, because the water physics in 7 Days is completely bonkers. You want to make sure that I want to make sure that the ocean stays nice and calm and straight and not gets like all sorts of weird divots and stuff in it, because that just wouldn't look nice at all. Let's quickly swim over to our gyrocopter, and you can actually get up and out of the ocean rather quickly with a gyrocopter, taking off like that, straight up to the surface, and bloop, out the top we go, like a ball in the surf. Alright, there we go. So that's fine. Let's quickly bang it around and see if we can come in the other direction. Now, it's gotta be, we're gonna have to find the right angle. Oh shit, don't go into the radiation zone though. Ah, damn it, that's exactly what I didn't want to do. The right angle to kind of stay underwater without having to keep the throttle on. Because putting the throttle on just makes it a little bit harder to steer and drive and do all that kind of stuff. That's the wrong button. Oh, that's a heavy crash. God damn, I hate the way the gyrocopter controls. Space is handbrake, but also goes up. And C puts your nose down. It's all just a big cock in the ass, seriously. Alright, let's get over here. Let's try and put the gyrocopter down and try and get in the doors. This is why I needed that nice big run up, because if you balk it, there's no saving it at any point. How is P.O supposed to fly this thing in there if I can't even fly? At some point, I'm definitely gonna have to come down to the ocean floor down here and place like a bunch of buoys or like landing lights or something, because it's really hard to know where the place is actually gonna be. Here we go. This is a better approach though. Turns out if I give myself a slightly longer approach, then I can actually do it reasonably well. straight in, and yep, that would have gone straight through and nice. Okay, lovely. You stay there. I need to quickly go get some oxygen. Yeah, okay, that's coming back to me as well. That worked pretty well. I went through the gates without bonking my noggin, so we're okay on that one. The door is big enough to get in. So now I just gotta keep building this, keep extending out these walls. I can get rid of all the water inside it later. That's not a massive issue for me right now. That's what hay bales are for. They're like basically infinite. As long as you don't place them bad, like a hay bale won't, if you can't put it up on top of a wall, it needs a block underneath it to actually support it. I'll quickly just show you that actually. If I grab a hay bale and I try and place it over here, it's not gonna do it. It's gonna fall down and die. So you got to place it on the ground. My gyrocopter's right in the way though. You've got to place it on the ground, have it supported on its base side, or else it will die. But if you don't accidentally break any hay bales, you could do this with only, you know, like 6, 7, like 10 of them. I've got a whole bunch. You can get them very, very easily from any sort of barn or anything. I've built myself out of my little safety area over there. Oh, that was silly. That was really silly. Yeah, you can get them very, very easily, so that's not a massive issue. It's just about like not being a muppet and ruining it and losing them. Just putting in the last of the walls. There we go. Now, just gonna put the ceiling in and we should be reasonably good to go. I've built it deep enough that, like, I'm thinking I want to make some sort of, like, maybe like a ramp or some way of stopping that gyrocopter. Because unless I'm really quick on tapping E when I get through those doors, let's quickly get some oxygen while we're here. Unless I'm really quick on the draw on tapping E, I'm going to come in here and smack into the wall on the other side. And you do take damage by hitting surfaces at speed in any of the vehicles now. You can't just, like, be invincible because you jump off a cliff on a motorcycle anymore. So, I'm going to try and put like a ramp or something at the back here so I can kind of hit that if I'm a little bit late and not kill myself. But before I do that, I need to, of course, put in the roof. We're making some good progress here. Having like a full minute of building time before I have to go get the breath and having my breath station just there, it makes this a whole lot easier. When I built the ocean, the other ocean base, the other one over there, I had to go up and down and up and down and up and down to try and get myself, to get it to build before I died. But with this, if I had this over then, this would be so much easier than it is now. I'm getting so excited by it, I'm forgetting how to speak. I'm just building my stuff, thinking about all the possibilities you could do. Having oxygen on the ocean floor, apparently, just like a scuba diver, is a pretty good thing. Last block in, just like that. Alright, we are pretty good to go. This is why I wanted to build my little oxygen station inside where I was going to go, because now I'm going to turn this whole area into an oxygen station, so that's going to go away, but it's not going to disrupt any of the water surface up on the top. I've always got like the surface of that water always in the back of my mind, but before I start putting down any hay bales, I need to get myself some garage doors. I am using the powered ones because I like them. Now, there's no easy way to tell which way this is going to go. Does it go away from me or goes towards me, I think? No, it goes away from me. So I need to spin you around, put you like that. I hope that was the right way. If not, I'm going to be an absolute muppet. You're all going to laugh at me. But that's okay. Got my door in there. Let's get that out of my face, get some more oxygen. And now, we just start going around and placing hay bales. As I said before, start at the bottom and work your way up. Now, you don't have to do the whole thing at once. I won't in this case either. You're just going to work your way through where the water is. So, like, you go a whole stretch all the way along here until you reach the other side. Then when you pick up the hay bales, it will remove the water that was once where it was. Think of it like a giant sponge, but you've got to pick up the sponge to get rid of the water. So all the way across like that. I've now blocked the entryway to my ocean, my oxygen station, so there's better work. Pick up all of these that you can't really see or hear because I'm underwater, and hopefully there should be a nice little pocket of air for me there. Kind of, but not really, because I'm moving faster. So, oh, there goes some of the hay bales I was talking about. Let's get back to my little oxygen thing. I've done something bad. I've flooded my little oxygen chamber. Is that better? Okay, there we go. Whoa, don't know how I did that. Ah, God, I'm flooded again. Okay, I've got to go quick. I've got to get this sorted or else I'm going to drown. Okay, there we go. Good, never mind. It's just a couple more hay bales and I'm good to go pick up the rest of those. You can see kind of where the outline of the water is. It's all pretty topsy-turvy, a little bit weird, but that's okay. As long as you just keep on going, we'll have this empty and clear and full of breathable air in no time. We're almost done filling up the majority of this room with hay bales. Make sure that's all up there. There we go. So now we've just got, we already did this opening part here, but now I'm just going to go through and fill this whole room with hay bales. I've got enough to do it. If you have enough to do it, that's probably, oh, that was the wrong place I put that. Still in the old building habits of building with regular blocks, not just hay bales. So if you've got enough hay bales to do it all in one go, go do that. It's, oh, damn, I did it again. It's probably going to be a better option for you and less of a time sink. Not too much. Oh, I almost did it again. Start at the bottom, Josh. I'll get some oxygen. In fact, can I just go up to the top here again? Is the oxygen at the top? Yes, there is. Okay, plenty of oxygen. Again, it's like absorbed into the base, I suppose. Osmosis is a wonderful thing. And pretty soon, this will be a nice little refuge for us. Damn it, regardless of what is coming for us on the surface. I can hear running water, but I think that's okay. okay. Let's just start. Oh, that's all coming down like a big stack of gravel. Let's get all of this when we can. Now, it should be. I mean, I don't even care if I waste all the hay bales now. All I want to know is if I got some oxygen in here or not. So far, it appears like it's so good. It makes cleaning up this nice and quickly because you only have to take out one of each of these stacks and everything comes crashing down. Nice and simple like that. All the way around. Get all of those. Oh, there's some water still on the door. Yep, that's okay though, because the door's stopping all the rest of the water coming in, and all in here is all nice and oxygenated. Look at that! We've gone from having a little shack on the ocean floor to having a nice big room we could fit a helicopter in. What more could you possibly ask for? I'm basically like building my own little world here, and it's going to treat. All that's left is just to get rid of the little flagstone thing I built to start with, and there you go. One little room on the ocean floor that is ready for me to make a home in. Now, as I said, I will like kind of go down, I suppose, make like a cave base underneath this. I mean, you don't have to. The nice thing about having all of this is it's infinitely expandable. If you want to like add rooms to this, in fact, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll abandon the cave idea because all it is it's just repeating that process over and over again. If I want to have a room off to the side, I just do the same thing again. But now I've got an easier way to do it because I have a nice big area here that's full of oxygen. So break the wall, put a door down, and then keep expanding out, and it's just infinitely expandable. I can turn this whole area into a base if I want to, and I won't have any issues. If I wanted to make like a double-story one too, I don't know. There's a lot. I've got an open door, a world of possibilities to choose from. I just can't decide what I actually want to do. What I might do first and foremost, though, is get rid of that power door and just put a normal one in, just so I can see how it works. I can open and close the door, fly a gyrocopter in, and see how we're going to go with it. There we go. That looks really nice. Let's grab my gyrocopter back. Now I'm going to fly out there, try and turn around, and come back the other way. God, it looks really small too. Did they only add like the roller doors in for the gyrocopter because it got such a wide berth on the propellers upstairs? Let's give this a crack though. Let's jump in. Come on, here we go. Out the door. Might have to. Oh, I saw some water like leak in right at the end there. The gyrocopter hitbox kind of glitched through and I put some water inside. But that's all right. I might have to put some sheets or something down to make that a little bit more of a smoother exit. And right next to the radiation zone apparently isn't great considering the gyrocopter drifts all over the place like it's got no money. It's looking for a hovel to sleep in. Let's get out of here. All right, let's turn around and try and do that again. Oh, no, face up a little bit. The thing I'm scared most about is panicking when I'm flying and nosing down when I should nose up. In my mind, because all the other vehicles in this, you press C to put your nose up. I keep tapping C thinking up, but spacebar is up. It's all flipped around for the gyrocopter, which is super annoying, but whatever. We'll just have to learn to deal. Where is my little base? There it is there. All right, let's go down a little bit harder. Try and get down to the ocean floor. I mean, if I touch down before I actually get in there, that's not so bad. Keep on going down, keep on going down. This looks like a pretty good angle of attack. Nose up right at the end. In and out, and we're good. Oh, it's perfect. That's wonderful. I love it. I said before that I wanted to put in some sort of ramp at the back here to try and stop myself clattering myself against the back wall and turning my face into kind of a pink smear that goes across the stones. And I'm going to do that. Let's get some more STST just because it's nice and easy. I've talked about this before. People always seem to get mad that I build out of stainless steel. I only do it because STST is a very quick thing for me to type and get all the different options for shapes. That's the only reason I do it. I mean, look, you can't get stainless steel in Alpha 18 anymore, but it's just easier for me to build it using this method than the other one. It saves time in video production, which means I can make more videos for you guys. I'm just going to go with a wedge ramp at the back here, so using those ones across there. Just because the slider angle might do less damage to my gyrocopter should I balk the landing. If I come in too hot, I'm not going to cripple the nose cone. I should be okay coming through all the way. Oh, there we go. Already cooked that one. All the way across there. Get rid of that. That should be more than enough space. So I come in, botch the landing, go up on here, and hopefully end up here. I'm not going to glitch myself through the walls either, left enough space at the top. That seems about right to me. I might replace the floor as well with some actual materials and put some sheets down to get rid of that little kind of notch that goes next to the blocks when you place it next to the terrain. And then it might be time... to make myself like some actual living quarters here. I mean, look, I've got my garage, I've got my submarine pen. Now I just need to make somewhere to actually come to and be safe from the zombies. Enjoy my time on the ocean floor rather than just like sitting out here in a little cube of death waiting for the zombies to find me. Something that I am actually rather curious about is how waterproof windows are, and what better way to test it than be underwater and try and bang in some windows. Because look, if I was going to glitch through this wall here, well, before you actually get all the way out there to be underwater, so to speak, you do actually get a rather nice view of the surround. Look at that. That could be the view out of my garage. There's nothing out there. It's all radiation zone, but there's plants to look at, and it all looks nice and sunny. So I want to see, can I put some windows in? When I've tried this previously, windows just aren't waterproof at all. So let's let's try and make it like that wide. Looks like kind of the right kind of length. I'm just gonna plug up the wall here to start with, just because I don't want to, like, you know, flood this area with water again. And right in the middle there, too high, right on the nipples, right there is where I want to put it. So there and there, all the way across. Gonna make a window on this side and see if, especially using like the new windows that we've been using for some of this stuff, like this one here, that's 2 separate blocks. So maybe having that will give us a better shot at waterproofing it, because it counts like some more space between the actual water and the space inside. So that's what I'm hoping for. Hopefully that'll work. I don't know. The only way to know for sure is to try it. So this seems like a pretty good idea to me. Now, I know you can't get these window frames in survival, which is a travesty in and of itself, but I want to see how it goes with this kind of stuff. And I have heard rumors that like the different kind of glasses give you different kind of things. So the bulletproof glass and the normal glass block aren't watertight, but if you go like the shower glass block, then apparently they are. So if this doesn't work, I'll see how that one goes. But I've got the glass there, and I've got like kind of the interior in here, although I'm still underwater, which is making me feel pretty not great about the concept of opening up this little vault here. Let's get rid of you guys. Any water spill out? Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's all nice and watertight. I mean, look, I'm going to stand on the windowsill and start drowning, but that looks fine. Alright, cool bananas. Look at that. You can even see the surface of the water up there. I would kind of like personally, if it had, you know, the water effect on the other side of the glass. I mean, I'm breaking the game essentially. You can tell, because that means if a zombie was out there, I could, if I break the glass, does that make it less waterproof? I broke the wrong side, actually. I want to break the other side. But yeah, you could definitely, like, shoot out of something like this, provided you could shoot through the glass there. Don't know what the hitboxes are going to be like, but that'll work totally fine. I mean, not that the zombies are going to show up anyway. We know from building the ocean base over there that the zombies don't spawn this far out. I'm so far away from any actual dry land that we're completely safe from zombies, sheerly because the game won't spawn them for us. Right, well, we've got the beginnings of our base going. Got a nice window to get the view and some sunlight in. In fact, what I might do, because I'm kind of curious, I mean, that counts as a window, right? If I get rid of these lanterns I put down just for extra light, that's going to give me enough, I guess, sunlight coming through. Do you reckon you can grow plants underwater? There's only one way to know. Let's get ourselves a farm plot. I'm going to quickly bang one of these down just to see what happens. Let's get you. Let's just get any old seed. I don't particularly care what it is. Let's get hops. Hops make frothies, and I like frothies. Oh, no, it won't let me do it. Okay, interesting. You can't place seeds down in a spot where it's going to, where it's not going to grow. Like, a mechanic isn't in the game. No, doesn't count as enough light. Okay, interesting. What about a skylight? I might have to test that a little bit, actually, when I build the next room. I might make a skylight in the next place, or why not? You know, you can look up and see up into the heavens, even though you're down in, like, the arse crack of the world. Let's put you there, grab the extra lantern. I'm gonna build myself a door through this way. Now, it's the same kind of rule I was using before. Let's go with, I'll get rid of that one. I just had that there so I can know where the center is. Let's put some hay bales here, damn it, just for now, just to stop the water rushing in. Now, I built this all out of stainless steel, so it'll take a long time to break, but fortunately, I have God power, so I don't have to worry about that right now. Right through the middle, like that, turn around, and that block there, that block there. Okay, get that done. Place your door first before you start doing anything other silly. There we go, like that. And then we can start from there, working our way through, making ourselves a nice little room out there. Look at that. You can just walk straight out. In fact, if zombies were showing up, you just have a wall of doors. That might be the best way to do it. A wall of doors all the way along there. In fact, back in Alpha 17, you could put doors on their sides. You could make, like, window shutters. That would have been perfect for this situation, but alas, no more. You don't have advanced rotation on the doors anymore, which is a damn shame. I hate how they take away functionality from us. But yeah, you could shoot any Muppets cruising up, trying to attack your base, if they were, but in this case, they won't. I'm gonna go up onto the next story up there, and to get up and down there much quicker, without running out of oxygen all the time, because clearly this, oh god, I've made a bit of a bungle here, that's right. Nothing my trusty hay bales can't rectify. They really are just like the sponges of 7 days. It's wonderful. So get all of this going, get rid of all of that. Thank you very much. They are super valuable though, because you can't really, I mean, it's not super easy. I mean, now that I've got the door there, I guess it is. It's not super easy to go and find some more should I need it. Close the door behind me. So I'm going to bang in some ladders like that, because even though I'm underwater, as you can see there, you zoom up ladders nice and quickly, so you can actually get up and down underwater using ladders much easier. I don't want to actually do that one. Oh, I don't want to put that one there? No, I don't. What I'm going to be doing, because I've got this nice kind of area here, I'm going to do the same kind of idea as what I did all the way up at my ocean base and build myself some nice windows. Now I've got, like, you know, kind of the nice area to build my base. I want to make sure it's as nice as possible. And that means giving myself a lovely view. Sure, it's underwater, there's not much to look at, but a view's a view, and that's what makes your house. Location, location, location. Doesn't matter if it's the coolest house in the world, if it's in a shitty spot. We need to appreciate our spot and put in some windows. But first, go back downstairs, grab some more air, because otherwise we're going to die in our lovely new mansion. Oh, that's a big gamble. It's a big gamble. And it is paid off. I put the glass in first before I put like those, like the glass frames, I suppose, like the window frames in. So the glass plates just by themselves will hold out the water. But look at that. Look at all the sun beaming through. Could I put a plant here? I mean, that's a lot of sunlight to not let me put a plant down. Let's go like that. And where's my hop seeds? There it is. Let's grow some frothies. Still won't let me do it. Okay, interesting. Even though it's in direct sunlight, the game is saying, yeah, nah, mate. Sorry, but no deal. I'm not going to let you plant your frothy crops down in the bottom of the ocean. And that's probably fair enough. What I do need, though, is I need to get some more of these and get some more of these. I mean, look, I could just have it like that, and that's fine. Me, personally, I like the look of, like, you know, having something to actually hold in the glass panes. Otherwise, the glass panes wouldn't sit there. So I need to put some frames in just to kind of satisfy my own little niggly thoughts inside my head. It's all starting to come together rather quickly now. Look at that, got a nice big long window here to kind of admire as I get to the top of the ladders here, up to the top. Still, oh shit, there's some water there. Still, that's alright. Look out, see what's coming for me. Then the other side of here, I'm going to have some more windows all around here. But more importantly, I'm going to have somewhere to actually live. This is the thing, this is one of my like pet peeves with 7 days, is that like once you have your base, once you have like 3 rooms for a base, there's no reason for you to have anything else. There's no reason to expand. Like in Conan, for example, where you can mount things up on the wall, you can have decoration, you can make yourself a bloody big castle because you have things to put and fill all those rooms with. With this, not so much. I'd love to be able to, you know, mount weapons on the wall, get armor stands so you can put sets of armor up there, or, you know, things to hang on the wall, drapes or canopies or whatever, things to make it feel like, you know, and personalize and customize and decorate your home how you want to do it. But as it stands right now, I mean, look, those windows you can't even use in survival, so I've already kind of cheated there. Plus the fact I'm clearly using God mode now that I've got like kind of the first part of that. I use survival to build the first oxygen tank, and after that, it's just saving time by using God mode from there. But like, after I build this room, what more can I possibly need? I can have a bed on one side and all my crafting stations on the other, and that's all she wrote. That's all you need for it. So I wish they'd expand 7 days eventually to be more decorative and more, you know, versatile for building. But as it stands at the moment, I'm pretty okay with it, I suppose. I mean, look, I love this game. Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. I froth this game. So for those of you out there who maybe aren't building in survival but are using the god tools and whatnot to build, just build cool bases. I've seen a lot of people build cool stuff in 7 days that aren't necessarily focusing on the survival part of it, and that's freaking awesome too. I love seeing what people are coming up with. So if you're building something like this with the god powers, you don't necessarily have to use the hay bales to clear out some water. I tested it just a second ago to see if it would work, and sure enough, it does. So what you can do, you could use that clear area tool to get it done. So you press Z on one corner, you press Z on the other corner. Make sure I'm not overlapping. I am overlapping. I didn't want to do that. Let's go, how am I going to do this? Actually, let's get an actual block and kind of stick it out just a little bit further, like that. There we go. Go to that side there. It'll leave a little bit on the other side. In fact, I could do a little bit better, couldn't I? Go like that, and let's get rid of you, and let's stick you onto that bit there. All right, there we go. That's perfect. We'll get rid of the doors and the walls, but more importantly, it will clear all the blocks in this area, including all the water. So press K, dynamic fabs, clear selection, and boom, look at that. All of the water is now gone. Backspace to clear it, and now we have a proper, genuine underwater little palace. Lots of windows, but lots of natural light. It looks sick. I like it. Just like that. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that works. That looks wicked. That couldn't have turned out any better than I wanted it to. Now it's just decoration. Now it's just going up the top and making all this work. You will notice, oh god, I went too far out there. I can go all the way up to the window here and not get radiation poisoning. Radiation starts on the next block. I made sure that I made it so that if I did, anywhere inside the building is going to be safe for me. Sure, you can move a little bit further out that way and make it so you've got like a surrounding area that's safe. I wanted to push it right up against the nipples. I I wanted to stretch the scrotum as far as I could, and I have managed to do that. So now I'm just going to make this place a home. It's now a shell. Let's fill it with some love, and we'll keep the zombies out. I'm really glad that I somewhat accidentally made this window here an even sizing so that the king bed fits right in the middle. Let's use our old trick of putting our lanterns in the actual end tables like that. That's an awful lot of light. I kind of wish you could adjust how much light the lanterns give. Like, they are the best lighting source in the game. They're better than spotlights by a long way. But I kind of wish that, you know, it wouldn't just oversaturate the world. Like, it could light up to a certain level and wouldn't just blow out the light levels. I kind of wish there was some sort of mechanic in that to enable you to not just see your retinas like an overcooked steak whenever you went near anything with a lantern in it. Let's get the corner piece. Where's the corner going to go? Just there. That'll be fine. Don't know why I'm putting a couch in. I mean, I have no friends. Certainly not that are flying in on my submarine gyrocopter. Let's just finish going like that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Let's get a little coffee table as well. Somewhere to drink our coffees in the morning. Because why not? You know, just because we're living here by ourselves doesn't mean we can't live in some sort of luxury. I didn't realise, but you can totally paint the table too. So I can make like a Shaboodle themed table, paint the legs purple, paint the top purple. But I kind of like the look of the black legs. If I can make like purple carpet here, go like this. Welcome to Shaboodle Decorates, by the way. No longer Shaboodle Builds, now Shaboodle Decorates. Although that looks atrocious. Maybe just go back to like the normal concrete blocks. I think. Well, that looks a little like cold and harsh. It's a nice seating area. You want to have a carpet. Maybe black is the way to go. All right, we'll paint it all black then. I don't know. Getting Shaboodle theme without a good black is really, really difficult. I long for the day. Like, look, you've got like all the nice colors, the concrete colors. Why isn't there concrete black? Why do you deprive me of one of the fundamental colors? Or shades, I suppose. Sorry, all you like severe color theorists out there. I'm not going to go too overboard this time by building all of the things that I normally build here, but this will be enough. Couch, purple table, and it's a nice big TV above some frothy fridges. So everything here looks kind of nice. What we do need, though, is our workbench. Let's grab one of those. Let's grab a forge. Grab 2 of those, because why not? Chem station, all the things that you need to put up here. There's lots of room, lots of place to put whatever we need. In fact, let's just leave it at that. Probably need any more than that. After all, who actually needs a table saw? The most completely useless things you can get this game these days. Let's go workbench just in the corner over here. Let's leave a little room next to it like that, and then go 2 forges, because then on either side I want to be able to have it. Let's go 3 forges, just going to get it all matched up. 3 forges? I'm not sure actually. No, actually, let's go like that, and let's get some storage. Everyone needs storage in their home. Grab some storage boxes. Now, I know I could paint these, but I can't really bother with that right now. And like that. There we go. That looks much, much better. That looks much nicer. So you have, like, your work area over here, but more importantly, you have your living area. And that's all the space that you actually need. But before I wrap all that up, let's grab my farm plot. Let's grab my hop seeds. I don't think I tested it up the top here anymore. Let's put you there, right in the middle of the sunshine. No, still bananas. No bananas. I couldn't even grow bananas down here. That's a bit of a shame, but that's okay. But there you go. That is, that's all the work I'm going to do on the actual base itself. It's come up a real treat. I'm real stoked with how good it looks. But all that little stairwell too, I like it. I mean, look, it's really simple, but I like, sometimes simplicity looks better. Aesthetics always matter. That doesn't mean you have to go absolutely stupid and clutter everything up. The last thing I'm going to do before I seal and sign this off, give it the old Shaboodle rubber stamp, tested in Shaboodle Park, merch available now. Oh, I hate that. That felt weird. I don't like doing that at all. So, anyway, before I give it the old rubber stamp, I need to go out there and build those pylons I was talking about. Some way to like have some sort of way to fly in, even at night time, and know where your base is going to be. The lanterns actually work really well out in the ocean, so you can just kind of put a lantern on top of that and put a lantern on top of that. I'm not going to go forward in time because it's horde night tonight. I'm going to save that for when I actually need it. Let's go back to like 3 a.m., the darkest part of the night, and see how that looks. I mean, yeah, look, it doesn't render the world in too far away, so you can't quite see, but if you're cruising along here, if I have enough of these kind of leading up to it, that should actually give us a pretty good shot at hitting the door every time. In fact, right up on the front here, let's go like that and go like that and paint these guys to be red as well, and bang some lanterns on top of that, because if you can see the next lantern from the last ones, then that should mean, yeah, look at that. And that's going to make it so much easier to actually hit that gap every time. I've built my landing lights. They start out small, just on the ground, but as you go through them, they start getting a bit bigger. That's up on one pole, and they're just spaced far enough apart that from each pylon you can see the one behind and the one in front, so you know the direction you're supposed to go, and it leads you all the way up until it actually loads in the base all the way out in front of you. That was really good timing. All the way up like this, you can see where the door's going to be. There's some lights at the doors, and boom, inside. So that should work absolutely perfectly, assuming that I can actually fly to the lights. There's only one way to find out if I can or not. Let's grab my gyrocopter, bang it down here. Let's take to the skies in the middle of the night. We're in the middle of the night, right before dawn. Let's keep it dark, actually, so that the lights are doing their job. There we go. Let's get out there and see if my piloting skills are anywhere close. My pretty, actually, rather terrible building skills. I wish there was some way I could build something up on the top. And I could build something up from the ground all the way up to the top and I could put a buoy up on the surface. But I wish there was like a block that floated. You know, you couldn't build off it, but you could throw something in the ocean and it would actually just like float there. That'd make life a whole lot easier than trying to just kind of guess where it is based on like your relative position to the terrain. Alright, let's give that a crack. Let's turn it around, turn the engine off, let's start going down. Let's not go in the radiation zone though, down into the depths. Alright, let's get, oh god, it's really dark. It's really freaking dark. I know I should turn the camera so you guys can see, but part of the reason for this is to see if I can find it in the darkness of nighttime. Where are my lights? I built the lights for a reason, Josh. Where the hell are they? I can't see dick down here. It's inky dark and blackness. I'm heading in the right direction. It's got to be here somewhere. I'm going to keep on going. Oh, is that it there? Is that? Oh my god, I'm not even close. There's the lights over there. Alright, too late now. I can't see me. Oh, I kind of can. Alright, get between the lights. There we go. Yep, come on in for a pretty hectic land. Oh, too high. Ow! It's fine. It's fine. I'm safe. We're good. Close the door. What a perfect landing. That was freaking awful. That's right, though. That's kind of like the lights are good. You can see the building coming in the distance, even at the darkest time of night, and you can kind of sort it out. And the lights help you line up before you actually make it to the nitty-gritty part and try to squeeze your way, squeeze that big ass through that tiny gap. Speaking of gamma and nighttime, I'm going to jump ahead to the horde. Now, I'm fully expecting no zombies to spawn at all. That was the case when I had the ocean base over there. Let's quickly turn it down again, the speed-wise, so that I don't miss my opportunity to see him coming. Turn on their stats so I can see them from a distance. Doesn't look... Oh, geez, I'm look at my guy in there, spinning around. So, even though my body's inside the dry area, I'm dying a little bit. That's right, turn Goblin on so I don't die. How are we looking in here? How are we looking in the console? Once again, it's failing to actually spawn the Blood Moon Horde. So I'm far enough away from dry land and I don't have to worry about the Horde showing up. If you had this close to land, I suppose, then you would have to think about some sort of anti-zombie defenses, whether you're going to build a whole wall out of doors like I was talking about so you can shoot out the doors, build a trench or something in front of it to keep from actually getting in, do whatever you want to do, build like a pyramid underwater like I did for the other Ocean Base, so Ocean Base 2.0 as well. But I mean, for what this is perfect. I'm far enough away, I don't have to worry about the zombies, and I have the gyrocopter submarine entry-exit pen, so I can get in and get out wherever I might need to do it. So I'm nice and safe wherever I am. What more could you possibly ask for? I'm safe, I have a cool base, and I get to live where no one else has lived. You could even apply this theory to PvP. I know there's a lot of issues with PvP. 7 Days is not a good PvP game, but you could build an underwater ocean base if you wanted to, but make like a tiny little hatch, go all the way down, because a lot of the ways that people find PvP bases is rolling around with a land claim block, and when it turns red, they know there's a base nearby. They're not going to be doing that out in the middle of the ocean, so that might stand your best bet. Grab your gyrocopter and go into town if you need supplies or whatever you want to do. But as a base, that works just about perfectly. I'm not sure what more you could possibly ask of that. That's come up a real treat. So there you go, guys. I'm going to leave this episode here. I reckon that is a pretty raging success. The fact that you can take the gyrocopter underwater and use it as a personal submarine is freaking the bollocks to me. That's the greatest thing ever. I mean, imagine just scooting around the world and just ducking under the ocean here and there just for the sake of it. Go full dolphin, full porpoise, under the water, over the water, do whatever you want. Blow some water out of your blowhole if you really want to. But I'm real happy with how that turned out. Me personally, I wish I could get the advanced rotation on the garage doors and make them go sideways so they open like this instead. Have like a taller hangar that's a bit wider, hopefully make landing a little bit easier. But for what you can do in just regular vanilla 7 Days, what more could you ask for out of that? That's come up an absolute peach, and I'm super, super happy. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you for watching all the other episodes in Ringwood Park as well. I love building bases and testing ideas and working my way through it, if you couldn't tell already. And the fact that you guys seem to enjoy that as well is amazing. It's a shame that I have to kind of, not retire, but put Ringwood Park 2 away for the moment. Turns out that like 50% of the views on these videos come from people who aren't subscribed. So like I'll take a bit of a hit on the views, if that's my view by the way. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, then maybe you should subscribe. Oh, that's 2 plugs in one episode though. A merch plug and a subscribe plug. I feel really, really dirty. Might have to go and have a shower. Fortunately, there's a bunch of water all the way around here. So I've really loved building bases. I will come back if something else warrants it, if I find something I want to show you guys. But until I come up with that idea, I'm going to have to leave this episode and Ringwood Park 2 here. So thank you guys for watching, but most of all, thank you to the patrons on Patreon who made this episode possible. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like button down below and subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Twitter. If I don't talk to you there first, I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.